America. This is LARP International News at 7 and 7. I am Paige Meyer, and I will be one of your anchors for tonight.
Hello, I will be the other anchor for tonight. There's breaking news in Hawaii. They're just learning that a volcano has erupted in Maui. The volcano was letting off tons of lava and is destroying an entire town. We will now go to Livy, who is nearby the town getting destroyed.
Thank you, Rachel. I'm just learning that a volcano is named Mauna Loa and that it is spewing out 60 millions of gallons of lava an hour. It is leaking into a small town. Many people are trying to leave, but they are getting trapped by the lava and are dying. This eruption was very unexpected and many people are losing everything. It was the first time this volcano has erupted in 94 years. That's all we know for now, so back to you guys.
Thank you, Livy.
I hope the town will be alright and that they won't lose everything.
Yeah, I hope they are okay. 16 million gallons, that's quite a lot. Okay, our next story is about an oil leak into Lake Superior. We will now be going to Ashley, who is at Lake Superior in Duluth, Minnesota.
Thank you, Paige. I just got done talking to an environmentalist, and he said that they have not yet found the source of the leak. At this time, he said that the leak will not destroy the lake and its marine life, but it will harm it a little bit. The environmentalist said that the oil is leaking at about 15 gallons an hour and that there is already about 1,500 gallons in the lake. Soon they are hoping to have the leak under control. For now, back to you guys.
Thank you, Ashley.
Yes, what an interesting story that is. I hope that they can find the leak pretty soon. Now for our next story.
As we know, lately in the United States, it has been very dry, and in Iowa, they have been having a big drought. This drought has lately been destroying many of crops that grow in Iowa, but corn is being hit the hardest. Since many of cornfields are dying because of lack of water, the farmers are having to irrigate their fields, which is losing them money. Many of the corn prices will go up, and farmers have asked government to help. Hopefully it will rain soon.
Yes, we could really use a good amount of rain. On to our next story with me. Over the weekend, the Toronto Maple Leafs defeated the Edmonton Oilers in an 8-0 shutout during an off-season scrimmage. Holy Martha, Rachel, that was quite a shutout, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a great player from the Toronto Maple Leafs got hurt. Austin Matthews got a puck to the face and he broke his nose. Oh boy. The blood was all over the ice and he lost quite a bit of blood. He is out of the hospital and his recovery will depend if his nose got set back to the right way. Matthews won't return for about 2 months.
I hope that he will be alright. We will now do the weather with me.
I hope we have a nice week ahead of us.
On Sunday, it's going to be sunny with a high of 50 degrees and a low of 26 degrees. On Monday, it's going to be cloudy with a high of 47 degrees and a low of 30 degrees. On Tuesday, it's going to be raining with a high of 42 degrees and a low of 29 degrees. On Wednesday, it's going to be very breezy with a high of 39 degrees and a low of 25 degrees. On Thursday, it's going to be sunny again with a high of 36 degrees and a low of 21 degrees. On Friday, it's going to be cloudy with a high of 32 degrees and a low of 18 degrees. On Saturday, it's going to be raining with a high of 40 degrees and a low of 23 degrees. For the weather on Sunday, it's going to be partly cloudy with the average temp of 31 degrees. On Monday, it's going to be windy with an average temp of 25 degrees. On Tuesday, it's going to snow about 5 to 6 inches with an average temp of 21 degrees. On Wednesday, it's going to snow about 1 to 2 inches with an average temp of 18 degrees. On Thursday, it's going to be sunny and clear skies with an average temp of 23 degrees. On Friday, it's going to be partly cloudy with an average of 24 degrees. And on Saturday, it's going to be cloudy with an average of 32 degrees.
Thank you, Rachel. Let's hope the weather stays this nice. We will now go to Ashley to learn more about the buffalo attack at Yellowstone National Park. But first, let's enjoy the Christmas holiday.
Thank you, Paige. Earlier this morning, a buffalo attacked a 9-year-old boy who was from Texas. He was on vacation with his family and they were just walking through the park. Out of nowhere, this buffalo came running towards him and knocked him to the ground. An ambulance took him to a nearby hospital and he's in critical condition. He has a brain injury and a ruptured spleen. The name of the boy has not yet been released. The park officials are still investigating what happened and more details will come out later. These are some of the many buffalo that they have, and they built a fence for the weekend just to make sure that nobody else got attacked. Back to you.
Thank you, Ashley. I hope the little boy gets better.
Yes, I wonder what made that buffalo charge like that. We will now go to Livy, who is in Canada, talking about a lack of the maple syrup.
Paige. Lately there has been a lack of maple syrup in Canada. Many people have been wondering how they can get more. They have been short on syrup for about 2 weeks now, and they can't get any more sap from the trees for a while because it's summer. You can only get sap from the trees in the early spring. They will have to go to the place and find some extra sap that they can borrow until they get more. Back to you guys.
The maple syrup that comes from Canada is sure delicious. I hope more comes out of the trees next year. On to Paige for the next story.
Earlier this week, the Green Party candidate Jill Stein raised $4.7 million in 2 days, which is enough to recount the presidential votes in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. She is also working on raising enough money to recount the votes in Michigan. She wants to raise enough money to see if the votes in these key swing states were hacked. For right now, it is unclear when the recount will begin. The Wisconsin Elections Commission, however, denied the request for the country's officials to recount the votes by hand.
Thank you, Paige. Many people are saying that they are recounting the votes because Trump won by such a landslide.
Certainly many people were very angry that Trump won for some reason. Now to Livy for the last story of the evening.
Thank you, Paige. I'm here at the Toronto Zoo where a baby panda was born earlier this morning. The panda was born at 10:37 this morning, and its mother is Mei Shing. It was a girl, and she was named Tian Shan. She was able to see in about a week or so because she has to be under a heat lamp. All baby pandas are born blind, and the light helps them develop sight. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Livy. I bet that she'll be cute.
Yes, what a wonderful story that is. This concludes this episode of LARP International News. Thanks for watching, and remember to join us back at 7 tomorrow.
Spewing out 16 millions of gallons of lava an hour.
Blooper right. Thank you, Rachel. Let's hope the weather stays this nice. We will now go to Ashley